I think the thing that really attracted me to the organizational leadership program is the wide range of things that I can use it for. I was looking for some sort of degree program that I could use while I'm still in the military, but that would also transition really well once I get out of the military, and organizational leadership falls into both of those. My name is Mass Communication Specialist First Class Chelsea Myler. I'm from Oak Creek, Wisconsin, and I am currently studying organizational leadership through USNCC. To be honest, I didn't really know what to expect from organizational leadership. And our first class is organizational behavior, and it talks a lot about the psychology of organizations, how your personality factors into different leadership styles and organizational cultures. And I'm finding every single chapter how applicable it is and how much we use this stuff every day without realizing it. So it's been really interesting to get a more in-depth look and kind of understanding into how people and organizations work. So it's just been taking a lot of different leadership styles and thinking back on my career of, I've worked for this kind of leader before and I didn't like it because of X, Y, or Z, and then realizing, but I have worked for a leader with this kind of leadership style and that worked better. And there's been a lot of self-reflection involved with the class of what kind of things am I doing in terms of leadership style, what can I use from this class to improve myself, to tell my shop, things that we can all learn from. So it's been a very introspective experience, but it's been a really, really interesting and really good one too. Honestly, I have not been a college student since 2017, and I have never taken an online class before. So I was a little nervous about all that, but Arizona State made the process really easy. They have a team of people we can reach back to for questions about anything, the program, transitioning our degree once we get our associates into a bachelor's program. And then USNCC as well, there's always a team of people that we can reach back to ask questions and kind of help us with wherever we're stuck at. So it's been really great for me so far. I think education is important for everybody for a lot of reasons. It's always important to grow, and I think with that comes the understanding that you're never the smartest person in the room and you always have something to learn from everybody around you. I think that's super important to always realize that. But especially as a woman in a typically male career-dominated field, the more educated and the more articulate we can be, especially when it comes to leadership positions, I think it tends to help us kind of further our point. And I will say that the military is getting a lot better about getting away from some of those kind of traditional gender stereotypes. But it's the more you have to back your point is always going to be better for you. So I think furthering your education is the best way to go about that. I am very lucky in the fact that I have multiple women in the Navy that I really look up to. Master Chief Misty Flynn, she is working on her master's program right now. She is incredibly educated and incredibly busy and still makes time for her education and makes time for her sailors, and I find that really inspiring. Senior Chief Stacy Lassiter, she's been one of the people that I've constantly kind of reached back to, especially as I transitioned to an entire new community in the Navy. I reached out to her asking so many questions, and she has always made time to sit down with me, talk to me, kind of ease my fears if I'm ever struggling. And then Senior Chief Rosa Pascal, she's a powerhouse. She knows so much, and if she doesn't, she will find the answer. And she's one of those people that I always go to when I need straight, frank advice. And there's more, of course, but those are just some off the top of my head that are really inspiring to me, and they're the kind of leaders that I want to be. Senior Lassiter is in the program with me, and that's been really cool because she's a senior chief. A lot of people would see that rank and be like, you kind of already made it. Do you really need this? But she's focused on bettering herself as a leader for her sailors, and then also focusing on what she's going to do after the Navy. And I think that's really inspiring. There's such a wide range of military voices in the class. We have everything from Marine Corps Lance Corporal all the way up to a Master Chief in the class. So we have everywhere from 3 years of military experience to 20-some years of military experience. And that's been really interesting because we have to do group discussions where we comment on our readings every week, and we all get into these discussions about, well, I see it this way. Oh, that's interesting. Well, have you ever thought about it this way? And I feel like a lot of the value in the learning comes from talking with each other and how we can apply these things. My biggest hesitation with starting school again was I'm on sea duty, and I'm a mother to a small child. And I was very nervous about how I was going to balance all of those things at one time, especially knowing that I will have a deployment upcoming at some point on this tour. But between USNCC and ASU, the whole transition has been very easy. It's been really easy for me to find an hour here, an hour there to get things done. It's not taking away from my home life, and I know that it's important to show my son the value of education. So I think I would just make sure to tell people that if you're kind of also on the fence about it because of other commitments, take the plunge, because it was an easier transition than I thought, and it's going to pay off a lot in the long run.